What's up, guys? Logan here. This past weekend I got third place at the Catskill Regional with Yummy. Quick shout outs before I start. Shout out to Logan Johnson for helping me with the list and showing me a bunch of the lines. Shout out Urkham for giving me all the Yummy cards. Shout out for Eric for giving me all the cards that aren't Yummy cards. And shout out Jose for telling me the main two nib. Get into the deck. 3 of each of the names. And 3 of the best cards in the game right now. You just win pretty much every time you activate Obedience Schooled. I saw some people at the regional today, after they resolved Obedience Schooled and they went Snatchy placed, they placed Mignon, but you're actually supposed to place a Croaky there because you don't need the extra body unless you get nibbed, in which case their Croaky replaces itself anyway, and then that way you actually can pop the nib afterwards a lot stronger.
Bot alert.
2 engage and 1 Hornet drones. I was on 3rd engage, but I ended up replacing the 3rd engage with a Piri Rice map, just because this is like diversifies the starters a little more, and I ended up playing 2 nibs, so this has less of confliction with that, and Purge going second. Played 1 Prosperity. This card's just nice. Dig for engine, non-engine. Both field spells. 2 Surprise. Pretty much always side out a Surprise going second, but the second one comes up a lot. Especially to like search off Cupsy for better follow-up. Hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Fua, 3 Purge, this card's busted, 3 Imperm, and then for like the more like flex spot hand traps, I played 3 Veiler, 2 Nib, and 2 Bell. I didn't really want to play Ogre because I felt like that card was really bad into Draco Tail, and also there are just a lot of spots, even in the mirror and versus Vanquish, where it was like unplayable. These, like aside from Nib into Draco Tail, are a lot like more generic into the other matchups, and they're really solid the entire day. Nib never really conflicted with like Schooled or Engage. I always had a way to get it off my board or play it some way differently. Bell is super nice to hit like a tag out in the mirror. Moving on to the extra deck. 3 Snatchy, 1 of each name. Link Spider, you can play without this, but I don't see why you would do that to yourself. Like the extra body when you get nipped is just like really nice in a lot of spots. Almirage, I only made this card once, but it's really solid sometimes when you like normal summon a hand trap and then special a cookie, so you can actually like beat like a low impact hand trap. Kagari, SP, Onari. I never made this card once, but it's like sound in theory. I feel like you could cut this for like a Typhon or some other flex spot. Starham, Little Marcher, 1 Herald, and then I think you need a second Synchro to play just to make your like full end board stronger. Some decks like Rizal Mitsu actually just push into most of your interruptions, so you need either a second Herald or a different Synchro in the flex spot, and I ended up going with Silvera. This card was really nice for me the one time I summoned it. The dude started off with X Rizal. I went through Herald to negate Mitsu stuff, Cookie Pop, all that, and this just booked the last 2 things to keep him off Duo Drive. You can just synchro a ton with like Starham Marcher on their turn, and you get this for like pretty much free. Even if they didn't like imperm your Herald and you don't have that body to sync with, it's still like fine to make. You get to it every time like your full board resolves. And then lastly for the side deck, 3 Perulia, 3 Droplet. I liked this card because it was a good go first card into Vanquish and Draco Tail to check their like scarier turn 0 plays, and then it was also just like really nice going second into the mirror. Played 1 Talents, 1 Called By as just like generic good go first cards. Same with like 1 Duster. It's just really good generically going second against almost every deck right now. And then I played like a little bit of a weird thrust package. I played only 1 thrust and then 1 D-Berry and 1 Black Goat. The theory behind this was I played 3 Judgment, so I already had like a good amount of go first cards. So I just needed this thrust to be like an extra copy of like Barrier or Black Goat. But it also fixed a couple of the sighting patterns going second. Like, I brought one of this in against Draco Tail, thrusted for OB in school, won me the game. Overall, the list is pretty nice. I wouldn't change a whole lot. But anyways, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and peace out.